This chapter starts off the next volume and really concludes the fight between Ino and Sakura, and it didn't turn out the way I thought it was going to, but that's actually a good thing in this case.
Naruto, number 73, declaration of defeat, I say.
Oh shit, it's going down with the girls, with the ladies fighting today. Well, hello my brothers and sisters of the Nerd Nation. I, as always, am Jim, here to bring you another review on the awesome and girl power heavy, at least in the last couple of chapters, and this one, Tale of Naruto. Now, our last chapter, of course, saw us... Oh my god, I got it upside down over there. I don't actually read it that way, even though, you know, I don't know, if I could, I'd be pretty talented. But anyway, here we are diving headfirst into volume number 9. Again, I really do like the way that, you know, that Kishimoto obviously just does the covers and everything like that. I like the use of the negative space in the background with the white and everything else. The artistic, it's just beautiful. Just absolutely done well and very nice and really kind of draws the eye to what they want to. So, very cool. And our last chapter, and of course the ending of the last volume, really ended off with Sakura and Ino just kind of going, you know, toe-to-toe in their fight. And it looking as if Sakura was going to be done for. She had been tricked by Ino, entangled in her hair, that she obviously used her chakra ability on to manipulate and hold down Sakura, and then was able to actually use her Shintenshin power, or her mind control jutsu, on her, and it looked like she was done, you know. So that's how the chapter left off, and that's actually right where things pick up over here, and it's pretty cool to go and see this, and I really like how this was all drawn out and how they talked about it and everything else. So it starts off, and of course it's like, oh, what's going on? Oh my god, Sakura's done for. She's got nothing left. I can't do this, you know. And you can see Sakura is done. So then she's like, Sakura, I will wish to forfeit the match, right? And they're like, oh no, don't do it. So then it's great. Naruto goes and he's like, don't do it. Don't let her win. You can't let her win. If you let her win, you'll never get, what do you say? You'll never, don't let her win and get to Sasuke. And if you let her win, you'll be a disgrace to women everywhere, right? So Sakura, her inner Sakura, gets pissed off because Naruto's always razzing her, right? Naruto's always fucking with her. Now, don't get me wrong. A lot of it is deserved because she's always giving Naruto shit, you know. But whatever, man. You know, regardless of feelings about that aside, what happens is he winds up actually awakening her kind of inner demon, so to speak, right? And she's actually able to go and fight back against Ino, who's inside her head, and I guess just sort of kind of like is able to push the subconscious away or whatever it is, right, and take control. And she's able to actually go and fight her and get her out of her freaking head, right? Which is absolutely, I mean, everybody's like, wow. Even though Ino's chakra is weaker and this and that and everything else, they make all these excuses for it, it's still like next level, next to impossible shit what Sakura's done. And it's really cool because as they go and she forces her out, Ino's like, what the hell, Sakura? There was like two personalities in there, two conflicting, you know, psyches, whatever you want to call it, right? And Sakura just plays it off like, yeah, every girl's got to have like a dark, bad side to kind of come out and be like going to bitch mode, right? And I asked my wife about this, you know, because she's like the sweetest, nicest, kindest, calmest person most of the time, 98.7% of the time. But that 1.3% of the time that you piss her off about something, or, you know, somebody says something or hurts one of her kids or something like that, she becomes a fucking monster, right? And I'm just like, whoa, I don't even know you, and I'm certainly not married to you. But anyway, you know, so I asked her about this bitch mode briefly after I read the chapter, and then I went went upstairs to use the washroom and grab myself a water over here as I get parched doing these. And you know, and she said, she goes, no, that it's the truth. A lot of people talk about how women have multiple personalities and everything else, but a lot of women really kind of try to put up that facade on the outside, that exterior of like, well, you know, nothing bothers me and I'm happy and I love everybody in the world. But when it comes down to it, we can really have that other personality. She told me that kind of that dark personality, or that personality that just goes bitch level. Like I said, I call it the bitch mode, right? Anyways, putting that aside, I thought it was pretty cool to actually go and see that Naruto went and razzed Sakura's bitch mode so bad inside of her that she was able to actually go and fight back against Ino's hold that she had on her with her Shintenshin, or her mind control jutsu, and actually was able to push back. And I thought that was very cool. So they wind up going and coming at each other with a final blow, and there's, you know, on this side and this side, and you can just feel it, you know, they don't got much left, but they're going to give everything they have. And they come at each other and just in this double panel spread, just both nail each other, right? Both flat knocked out. And the referee, the judge, is like, all right, you both are out and not cannot continue to fight, you're done, so it's a double disqualification, basically. Nobody moves on to the next round because of that. Now, regardless of what your thoughts are on Sakura, Ino, whatever the case is, it was very, very cool what she was able to do. And let's not take anything away from her. It was a great feat to accomplish having done what she did. And I like it, too, because they were reluctant enemies. They didn't really hate each other. They just pretended like they did. Well, they didn't pretend. I guess you should say that they weren't as into the hate thing as they like to let on, right? But they both had to kind of be in that bitch mode because all of a sudden they started going and kind of doing a catty girl-like thing, which is we're fighting over a guy, right? However, women can be very territorial with things, whether it be the bathroom and leaving the seat up, or whether it be something with, with another guy or a love interest or whatever. So, not saying that I agree with it, but I am saying that I've been married long enough and have younger sisters as well and nieces and everything now that I understand it. I understand it. Doesn't mean that I condone it or that I agree with it or that I'm in that camp. I just know, I understand, I acknowledge shit happens, right? So, very cool stuff to see from them. But then you also kind of go and you see afterwards, they both want to know how each other is doing and everything else. And I thought it was pretty cool, man. There was a nice exchange between the two of them. We wind up getting called up for the next battle, and it's going to be Ten, who is obviously on Lee's team, and then of course Temari, who is actually on the from the team from the Village of Sand, right, with Gara and that stuff. So anyway, and Kankuro. And so they're going to go against each other. And as that match kind of gets going and gets started, or we presume it gets started, we got to go and see this nice exchange between Sakura and Ino. And they're sitting there talking with one another. And pretty much it was a nice exchange. It was kind of a passing of the torch almost. Ino went and gave Sakura the headband, told her to put it on, said that she's blossomed into a beautiful flower. And for me, the lesson learned there is that, you're friends with somebody and something happens, you have a falling out. And it doesn't matter if you're friends or if it's a brother or if it's whatever the case is, right? And you have a falling out over something. And, at the end of the day, you can still be civil about things and you can still be rivals about stuff and everything else, But I think at the end, there was still some of that mutual respect for one another. And it was really kind of like, yeah, I'm putting up this facade, I'm putting up this wall, that I really just, I hate you and all this other stuff. But I really don't think they do. And that's what I took from it. I took from it that friendship can endure even tough times like this. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I look too much into it. Maybe people are like, fuck, Jim, it's just a manga. Who cares, right? I believe that a lot of these stories, though, are created because they're created by humans, because they're created by people. Even though they're fictional stories, I believe that these stories comes from the head, the minds, and the hearts of people that are human, and humans that make errors, and humans that have gone through these type of things. So that's what I think I like about them, is that you can take some lessons from them as well, and so whether it be life lessons or just things in general that you pick up on, and you can help to create and mold yourself into a better person, even based on these fictional stories. So maybe I'm stretching it too far. You can let me know in the comments down below whether you agree or disagree with that, but that's what I think. Anyway, the chapter winds up ending off, though, with us going and seeing everybody's like, oh, man, she was able to just, like it was nothing. It was just able to dodge or whatever the case was with Ten's weapons attack. Then they go and they show the last page of the chapter, right? And even I was like, whoa, hold on a second. Hold the phone there, brother. Here, this last page, she's spiked up on something. I don't know what the hell it is. I don't know if that's Temari's weapon of choice or something that she has. But look at all these weapons laying around on the ground. So Ten's weapon thing weapon barrage, whatever, didn't do shit for her. And Temari's just standing there like, yeah, I got you, bitch. And just took her out handily. So that match was over. We didn't even get to see what happened, but obviously it wasn't of much consequence because he just drew it on the last page and said, this is the aftermath, So, but even the Hokage, look at the Hokage, what does he say? The warriors from the land of sand are truly fearsome. So even the Hokage's pretty impressed over there. And I know I was pretty impressed too, because I was thinking, okay, we're going to get back to it in the next chapter or two. Will be the next battle. Oh, no! We got the end of this battle and a whole other one in this one. So, very cool chapter, though. Wrapped things up real nice, and that's how, obviously, that one ended off. That's where the chapter does end. My chapter question for you, though, brothers and sisters, is what were your thoughts on the exchange between Sakura and Ino? And I'm not talking about the fighting and the exchange of blows. I'm talking about the grudging respect that was given to one another after the fight was done. And I really thought that it was very touching and heartwarming, and that it was a very nice moment that showed that friendship, the bond of friendship, can still transcend some of the anger and evils and whatnot of our ways, right? Let me know, though, what your thoughts are on that question in the comments down below. Feel free to hit the thumbs up, the like button if you should think that I deserve it, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. We look forward to catching all of you in the next one, Nation.
So remember to subscribe to my other channels and follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram as well.